Well, this is the news that is coming in right now from the Election Commission, where you have Sasikala faction and Paneer Selvam leaders who are there to argue for the party symbol, the two-leaf symbol. Whose symbol will it be? Tamidurai Natarajan already reaching the spot, also getting the information, and this is once India Today exclusive, that it will be Salman Khurshid who will be arguing for Sasikala faction. Salman Khurshid will be laying down points as to why this election symbol of AIADMK belongs to the Sasikala faction. Now remember, time is very crucial now, because April 12th is when there is a bypoll of RK Nagar constituency. The constituency that fell vacant after Jay's demise, a constituency where Jayalalitha has been elected from and has huge voter sentiment, huge voter base. Right now given to understand that Salman Khurshid will now argue for Sasikala faction. Point 1 is election symbol. Point 2 is whether Sasikala should be the General Secretary of the party, given the fact that she's been convicted in the disproportionate assets case. My colleague Parveena joining us with all these details. Parveena, what are you picking up right now? How are the proceedings set to begin?
Well, Devina, the proceedings have already begun. While we speak, it has just begun. All the ministers and MPs who were supposed to meet these here, both the parties have reached here, and they've started. Salman Khurshid, we just broke that he will be arguing for Sasikala faction, and senior lawyer C.V. Vaidyanathan will be arguing for the OPS faction. It has already started. Salman Khurshid started speaking inside. That's what we hear from the Election Commission. It has begun, and from a while now they will come out and maybe they will share some details as to what kind of arguments. We have also given you some arguments as to what are the arguments both the sides have prepared, and tomorrow is the day which will come out with an outcome of it. But for now they have just begun, and the Salman Khurshid has already begun to speak, is what we hear from the Election Commission.
All right, Parveena, be with me. We've been able to speak to AIADMK spokesperson C.R. Saraswati, who supports Sasikala's elevation as General Secretary, who's made an interesting point that Paneer Selvam also signed in the papers when Sasikala was elevated as General Secretary of the party. Remember, it was only after that that all hell broke loose in AIADMK. You had Paneer Selvam openly devoting, going to Jayalalitha's memorial and saying that I've been given a divine direction to now lead AIADMK. Take a listen.
Can say, Shoma, we'll be getting our symbol back. You're talking about the symbol, if I'm right, because your voice is very low for me. You're asking about the symbol today, isn't it? Hello?
Yes, Ms. Saraswati, asking about the election symbol fight. What is your faction going to list out in front of the Election Commission?
We have given all the bylaws very clearly. We have selected our Honorable General Secretary Chinnamma in a proper way. We all are signed in the paper, all the members are signed in it. Even Mr. Paneer Selvam was the first person to sign in the paper. He was the first person to take it. So everything we did last for bylaw. Because they have gone out now, we are just creating a problem today. But we are very sure we'll be getting our symbol back. Nobody can stop it.
Saraswati, also, the Paneer Selvam camp has said and questioned the General Secretary post being given to Sasikala. They've said that she should be removed from that post. And that is also another matter that will come.
He was the first person to sign the paper. He was the first person to say Chinnamma to become a General Secretary. He was the first person to sign and take the paper. Everything in presence of him, he was leading everything that day. Today he is not a Chief Minister, he can't get the Chief Minister post. He's telling this. That's it. Everybody knows it. Even people knows it. Everybody knows it. Now he was the first person to sign it that day. He never objected that day.
Right. Now the strength of the MLAs, the strength of the party cadre seems to be with your camp at the moment. But do you believe that Paneer Selvam has a chance of taking the symbol as well?
No way at all, ma. Our majority MLAs are here, our majority MPs are here, and our all cadres are here. Definitely we'll be getting the symbol because we have the right to get the symbol.
And what about the questions being raised on Mr. Dinakaran's candidature in RK Nagar bypolls? There are questions being raised that why is it that in spite of the FERA cases pending against him, he's been allowed to contest the polls?
He was already an MP. He was in the party in all important posts. We really selected a nice and very humble candidate. Definitely he'll work for the people. He will take all Amma schemes to the people, and he will be very flexible to the people. He's a right candidate, and he definitely will do all the work what Amma did in that constituency.
So there is no rethink on his candidature for RK Nagar bypoll?
Sorry?
Is there a rethink on Mr. Dinakaran's candidature for RK Nagar bypoll, or AIADMK is going ahead with him in spite of all the controversies?
No controversy. The controversy, who is making controversy? Only Mr. OPS group is making controversy, not the people or others. We are very confident, definitely people, because already Amma has done so many things to RK Nagar and she has promised so many things. All those things definitely will take
But
to the people.
are you
People will believe
confident?
it.
Are you confident that voters will reimpose faith in AIADMK under Sasikala when TTV Dinakaran is also fielded at the same time, and the same person who is also asked by Ms. Jayalalita to leave from the party? Do you believe that voters will reimpose their faith if you win the election symbol fight as well, if you get TTV Dinakaran to fight the polls?
Okay, in ADMK history, our Honorable Chief Minister Amma used to take somebody for some time. If something happens, she will remove again, she will join. You would have seen a lot of ministers also, they lose the post and again they will come back. It happens in ADMK. It's not the first time happening. It happens. Amma used to give something she wants to take, she will take again, she will call them back. There's nothing wrong, a new thing in ADMK.
So proceedings have begun in Election Commission. You have Salman Khurshid, who's arguing for the Palnisami camp as well, for Sasikala to be elevated as General Secretary and for the two-leaf symbol to be given to Sasikala camp. Now we have Fatima Babu, who's joining us this morning as well. Now, which side of the coin are you on? Are you with the EPS or with the OPS camp? And also, how do you see this fight for Jaya's legacy? Do you believe that it's eroding the credibility of AIADMK, a party which has been built from the scratch by MGR and then by Jaya?
Yeah, so I am with Mr. O. Paneerselvam's team, and rightfully after the General Secretary is no more in the party bylaws very clearly say that the basic members of the party should select their next General Secretary. That Mrs. Sasikala had appointed herself as the General Secretary through the few members who have been made to select her does not apply good. That is not what the bylaw says in our party. The basic members, every single 1 crore and 50 lakh members should have selected their General Secretary. So the very position of hers is not valid. So her appointing another person as Deputy General Secretary, Mr. TTV Dinakaran, that also does not stand good. In the absence of General Secretary, the next person, the Presidium President, Mr. Madhusudanan, and the party treasurer, Mr. O. Paneerselvam, if anything regarding the party, any decision, the decision rests with these two people. So the party rightfully and the symbols to leave is with Mr. O. Paneerselvam. And we have
how do you plan to lay this contention in front of Election Commission? Because they'll be going through the party constitution. The numbers clearly are with the Sasikala camp.
No, it is only the elected members which are with Mrs. Sasikala. The party cadre, the crores and lakhs of people have signed petitions saying their assertion they are with Mr. O. Paneerselvam. They have given written document to the Election Commission saying that we belong to Mr. O. Paneerselvam and we think him as the next party president in AIADMK.
How many supporters are we looking at, Ms. Fatima, in your camp?
Lakhs of them. I don't want to give any specific number at this juncture. Lakhs and crores of them, in fact.
From AIADMK, I was earlier talking to the Sasikala camp. I was talking to C.R. Saraswati. She said that it was even Mr. Paneerselvam who had signed in the papers to ensure that Sasikala is given the General Secretary post. So now he is turned a traitor. That's why he's opposing this elevation.
No, he has not trained a traitor. He is one person on whom, when the Chief Minister's chair was given twice earlier by by our Honorable Amma, when she came back, he rightfully gave the seat back to her. If Mrs. Sasikala had been the rightful owner of the seat of CM, he would have definitely given the way. But the way she came there does not seem to be in the correct way. So he didn't want to. He tied the bell to the cat. Lots of people who were not with her, and he tied the bell to the cat.
Now, in the event,
behind him. Yeah.
All right. In the event that the symbol is denied to you, is your faction prepared for the worst? Will the fight at RK Nagar poll now happen under a new banner, under a new symbol, if the Election Commission has an adverse ruling for you?
Does not arrive because we are 100% confident that the two lead symbols will be allotted to Mr. O. Paneerselvam's team.
All right, Fatima Babu, thanks for joining us. Leaving it at that, we'll also wait and watch for the verdict from the Election Commission. We'll come back to you. Entire panel hearing which has started right now. You have Salman Khurshid, who's right now representing the Sasikala faction. Proceedings underway. Both sides are unrelenting. Both sides are saying it is my symbol. Both sides are saying we have the numbers. Both sides are saying that it is us who will carry forward Jay's legacy. Let me go across to my colleague Parveena, who is right now outside the Election Commission office. Parveena, are we seeing supporters outside the Election Commission office from Palnisamy and Paneerselvam's camp? And when are we expecting the decision today?
Well, we'll expect in some time, say about another 15-20 minutes is what I hear, but there are no supporters outside really the building, but inside who have walked in with them. But few of the arguments which the Sasikala faction has prepared, and Salman Khurshid will be, as we speaking inside, I would like to give 2-3 points which the Sasikala faction is arguing at the moment is that majority of MLAs and MPs are on their side. They say that Sasikala's nomination as General Secretary as per rules of AIADMK. Members in OPS faction had proposed Sasikala's name to create confusion. They also say that majority of General Council members are still backing Sasikala as General Secretary, and all the members in OPS faction has been removed from party membership, and hence the request to leave should not be entertained. These are the points prepared by Salman Khurshid to put forth in front of the Election Commission, and these are the points they will emphasize on while they will speak to the Election Commission, while the other side argument is yet to begin, and these are the points which are put front by the Sasikala faction in front of the Election Commission. Devina.
Be with me, Parveena. Let me go across to Pramod as well, who's joining us from Chennai. So, Pramod, the basic argument here is you have a Sasikala faction who says that we have the strength of the elected members. You have Paneerselvam faction which says we have support of the party cadres, the grassroots workers, the lakhs of supporters. You've got a signed petition of those who are the backbone of the party. Election Commission will decide, but what does the party constitution say? Because that will be the basis of Election Commission's decision. What does the party constitution say in this regard? Whose party is it?
Devina, if Election Commission had to go through the party's constitution, this is what they are fighting for. AIADMK headquarters. You see MGR and the twin leaf symbol behind him, his hand raised as twin leaves. That is what is the problem over here. As per the party's constitution, there is no allotment for someone to be chosen or elected as interim General Secretary. Every 5 years, they nominate the General Secretary. For 1.5 crore cadres vote for it, and I have to tell you that this is like a ceremony. Even the last time, close to 5,000 people nominated Jayalalitha, and she was chosen unanimously. That is the power General Secretary wields in AIADMK. Right now, Team OPS is the one who is bringing out the actual pointers of the constitution of AIADMK, stating that one, there is no way one person can be chosen as interim General Secretary. Two, in the absence of General Secretary, the Presidium Chairman is the one who wields the power, which means he can only call for the party symbol. And according to them, Presidium Chairman, the final person was Madhusudanan, who was elected and chosen by Jayalalitha. So he is the person who is presently with Team OPS, can only ask for the symbol. And this is the major motion, the major thing they are keeping in front of ECI. And if ECI has to go through this, following this constitution, Team OPS will get the symbol. Unfortunately, EPS faction says that they have the nominated and they chosen 122 MLAs with them and 37 MPs with them, and using that number, they are stating that they are the chosen one. As per the General Executive.